Hello and welcome to OK Couch, the best place to chill with friends, get your gaming goodness each and every Monday. My name's Blight, and joining me on the couch this week, Ashley Hobley.
Hey John, excited to be here to talk about our fond memories of Destruction All-Stars before I get shut down.
Of which there are many, and we will spend the next hour elaborating on them all. Also, here, can you imagine?
I got that email. I was like, man, why are you emailing me? I don't even know if I loaded that game up.
You must have installed it.
Yeah, I must have had it installed or something, but fuck. Yeah.
I think didn't they give it away at the
I think it was a PS Plus game or something. Maybe.
At the start?
Yeah.
The PS5?
Yeah.
You know? A lot
I
of
mean,
people
I enjoyed
played that.
I enjoyed the 5-6 hours, whatever I played. Is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a lot, but it was a short burst
It
of
wasn't
fun.
enough.
Short burst of fun.
Props that it's still stuck around for 5+ years, you know?
How?
Concord
Concord
did
didn't
get
even
it.
last 2 weeks.
Concord barely, yeah, so what was that, 10 days or something?
Yeah,
So,
so
It's not the
live
worst
this on.
Sony.
You know, how many other multiplayer games have died off in between that release and now? You know?
Heaps.
What?
Probably a couple that should have as well. They haven't, but you know.
So this week we are doing our Summer Game Fest annual predictions episode, of course, which we'll get to in a minute and will be the core focus of this week's episode. However, the big game release of this past week was 007 First Light. Me and Kieran have played a little bit. I don't think we've played enough to really dive a lot into it. I know for me, I said I played about 3 hours and I feel like I barely touched the surface, and Kieran just said before we started recording he played about 5. But I'll say my thing is play about 3 hours, and this is going to sound like a negative, but it feels like the first 3 hours is just a very long tutorial, but not in a bad way. It's just like the game does a very good introduction. Yeah,
This game is set up like a James Bond movie. Like
a long movie.
A long movie.
Or
Like
a TV show even, I don't know.
Yeah, like it takes the time to like properly set up James Bond and who he is at the start of this game, and properly set up his training. You know, even it's funny though, because even though the tutorial section, like the opening section,
Do you mean that the opening mission or the part where it's actually a tutorial? Because
both, like
the
that
part
whole
where it's
section.
jumping, the part where it's like jumping between quickly teaching a bunch of stuff.
That's I think that is one thing where it's like, man, it's like montaging me learning buttons, and then I'm forgetting these things exist later in the game because I'm like, it's happened for like 20 seconds, for like not even 20 seconds,
Just,
like 5
just
seconds.
put a pin in this, and I'll get more thoughts because I don't know if Ash has seen this. This game has probably one of the say that I'm saying the first 3 hours feel like a longer tutorial. It's just a combination of introducing game mechanics, plus also introducing James Bond, plus also introducing all the core characters from M to Moneypenny and all that sort of stuff before you get into the core game. That aside, there is a section of the game, like a 5-minute part, that is the most unique, I think, actual tutorial I've seen in any video game in recent memories, which is when Bond gets basically sent, when he's like recruited to MI6 properly after the opening section of the game. He then goes to this training area, and the game does what you would see in a movie montage training sequence, but makes it an actual video game training thing, which means, and I don't think you could do this on old consoles just because it's the whole like loading super fast SSD, jumping around thing. It's like it'll have Bond in a pit fighting against 3 dudes, teaching you how to counter them all. You do that a couple times, and then it instantly jumps to him driving in a car, and then you're like learning how to drive a car, and then it instantly jumps to some other training sequence, and then it instantly jumps to some other like training stamina course, teaching how to jump across stuff, and then it's literally a movie montage happening in real time, but teaching all the mechanics. I don't think I've ever seen a video game do a tutorial sequence like that before. They're really trying to capture the movie feel within a actual tutorial. It's rather unique, yeah. But Kieran, what are your because you played a bit more than me, as you said. So what are your thoughts so far?
This game I think truly encapsulates the James Bond movies. Like I think I've enjoyed it a lot in the first 5 hours so far. I've up to Lenny Kravitz. That's a whole thing. But it's like I'm loving the actor playing James. I'm loving his performance. I'm loving the side characters. I'm loving the world that they've built. I could probably leave the driving. The driving elements are not good in this game, and they could probably be left to one
Still
side.
a bit. Library? I don't know how good.
Yeah, it's very funny. I remember I was talking about it when I was playing. I was like, "Fuck, this feels so weird." When I've spent the last week before it playing Horizon, and then I'm driving this thing that feels like it's like.
I mean, that's it. Obviously, one's an actual drive.
Of course, one's a car game, but yeah, it's still night and day. It feels good. Overall loving it. Like it's a great stealth game. It's IO iterating on the Hitman stuff and pouring in ample amounts of story. Like there is so much story in this game to the point where I'm like, the people who are pissed off about Mixtape a couple weeks ago, I'm like, surprised people aren't pissed off about some elements of this game, because some elements of this game are also very heavy story and just chilling out, watching cutscenes and walking through areas, not doing too much.
There's a lot of sections of just walking along, even at the start, just walking along characters and getting lore drop and character instructions. And I'm not complaining about it, but
neither.
I think it's
love it,
great, but yeah.
Don't worry, there's the angry people.
There's always angry people. Is the problem, but I mean, I love the way the game opens. The introduction to James, obviously before he's recruited to MI6, and like how that all plays out is quite interesting, because you've never seen that really covered in anything before.
No.
He's basically, just to spoil the opening mission somewhat, he's like going in on this. Oh, is he part of SAS or something? I think, and then he it's like everyone dies across these two helicopters that coming in, and then Moneypenny sort of calls in and says, "Hey, you're the lone survivor. Can you like sort of do this?" And then typical Bond being Bond is he does what she wanted him to do to a degree, somehow survives this one-man mission, and then when he's told to leave these people to die more or less and just leave it, it's above him, he chucks out the earpiece and does what he's going to do, which is James Bond does what James Bond thinks is the right thing to go. So meeting all the characters, the banter's quite good as well, some of which you can choose to do or not. I mean, there's multiple times where you can talk to characters and you'll have like optional conversations you can have with them, and all the characters, especially at the start, you meet, I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but there's basically a guy character and a female character who
I remember Cressida's the girl character.
I can't remember the guy, but they're like the other two, the potential 00 agents in training with you sort of thing. They're quite good, and the banter between them all, and I mean even obviously the relationship that Bond has with the guy, because they're like rivals from the get-go and sort of win each other over in a degree. But even like elements, there's like it's like even the first time you go and meet M, so you can walk out of that the room afterwards super fast, but if you hang there for a moment, Bond sort of makes a joke to what's her face at the desk, and it was be like, "I know what M stands for now," and then she's like, "No, you don't," and then Bond goes, "Nope, I still have no idea." Or something like, there's some like all funny banter that'll play out if you hang around.
Also, just like, can we just talk about how woke this game is? That all this game is just women yelling at Bond. Just so many women yelling at Bond. That is so woke for this game, and hasn't been happening for fucking decades in the Bond movies.
7.9 out of 10. Too much woke.
So woke. So woke.
And I appreciate from the get-go they make I think the other thing is, like, from the get-go, they're like, this isn't a heavy gun game. Like, obviously there's guns and stuff, but from the get-go, they're like, this is more of a...
You gotta get your license to kill, man.
Yeah, you gotta get your license to kill, yeah. Although the first time Bond kills someone, I was still like, are we doing the whole Lara Croft having a big moment over killing one guy, and then we're going to proceed through the rest of this game to kill 500 people very soon? But, yeah, that's interesting. But, yeah, as I said, it's just, I felt like I played a fair bit, and then I was like, I still feel like I've barely got anywhere, but just not in a bad way. I'm enjoying the ride, but it's definitely, I think I Googled like how long to beat. I think they said it's between 20, 25 hours or something like that. So, but yes, keen to talk about more of the Bond adventure, 007 First Light, in coming weeks, once we've got through more of it. And but by all accounts, I mean, the reviews were quite good from most outlets covering it and stuff like that. So that's very good. All right, let's get into the crux of what we're here to do, which is fail miserably at predictions. or Ash will try properly. The rest of us do terribly. By the rest of us, I mean me and Kieran. Let's go. I'm going to go in the order in which we're presented on my screen, which is Ash, me, and then Kieran. We're going to do 6.
No. I think Ash going first is some bullshit. I think Ash going first is some bullshit.
You're right. That is a very good point, actually. You're totally correct. Thank you for calling me up on that.
That's
We're
okay.
going Kieran, me, Ash.
Yeah.
I'm going reverse. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Handicap that motherfucker.
Yeah, like that's some bullshit.
No, that's a good point. That is totally fair. Yes. Good. Thank you for calling that out.
That's
yes, appreciate that.
So setting up the rules. There is 6 predictions. 4 of them normal predictions. 2 of them are wild big swings.
No. Close, but no cigar.
Fuck.
6 proper predictions.
Oh, and then 2 wild swings.
And then 2 wild cards. That's
8 fine.
Predictions.
That's fine.
So
I've still got plenty. It's okay.
6 normal predictions, 2 wild swings. And I purposely just put the 2 wild swings to try and make us/me, because I love to put wild swings in normal predictions, so I could put some of those to the side and use them in a less
appropriate.
Do we have to call that they're going to be the big swings, or are we holding the big swings till the end?
I'm going to say when we're holding the swing mixes in. We're going to do 6,
okay.
6 normal, whatever you consider normal.
Maybe some people think a big
just
swing is
to confirm.
Yeah.
Is it the SGF period or just
correct.
the show? It's the period.
It can be the Xbox showcase. It can be the whatever. It's just SGF period.
That is
the week
cool.
of SGF.
Excellent. Alrighty. First. We will get a Gears of War E-Day gameplay trailer and release date.
Yep, that seems likely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think on the back of other announcements this week,
now
it is. I think it shows that game is. Yeah, that game is ready. Fable got delayed because it was GTFOing out of the way of Grand Theft Auto 6. Obviously, Xbox, the team felt like that game was not going to be ready for an earlier release date in the holiday period. So, yeah.
Also, as of recording, Xbox, as per every other year, the last few years, have said they're doing a showcase, like a dedicated showcase post the Xbox showcase thing or whatever. I haven't said what the game's for yet. I would presume it's for Gears of War, if I was to guess. I think they put a release date and trailer in the normal showcase, and then they have the post show. Last year was I can't remember what was last year. I can't remember. But the other year was like Outer Worlds 2, and then something else was last year. I can't remember what though. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna go Xbox as well for my first one, and I'm gonna say that Clockwork Revolution gets a release date. Because it's been a while since we've heard from that game. It has been in development for some time. It has been in several Xbox showcases. They consider it something of a, I guess, B-tier release, if I was like ranking them over there. But again, backing off the Fable delayed news, that can fill a little bit of that like bigger RPG category. Not quite as much, of course, but like bigger game sort of thing for Xbox this year. Yeah, Clockwork Revolution. Ash.
All right. I'm going to go with we're going to get new footage of Marvel's Blade from Arcane's Leon. It's 5 years since Deathloop now, so that seems like enough time to be close to conclusion of your next title. So I think
I feel like they've seen anything of that game, right?
They showed like they announced it. They had like
they announced it. Trailer. Yeah, I wouldn't even count that as a teaser trailer because it was barely like it wasn't actually anything other than like a potential title card. Like
it was like we're working on this, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. So that could be a thing. Do you say release date or just we get more of?
No, like a trailer.
Trailer, right? Okay,
that's it.
Like release date. I haven't heard of the game for 5 years.
I think I said new footage.
Yeah,
so
okay.
That would technically be any footage.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Speaking on the
counters Wolverine this week, Xbox counter market.
Marvel doesn't care.
Marvel does not give a fuck. To probably stick on the Bethesda style train, I think we will get a trailer for Elder Scrolls 6. I think that'll set up for it'll be something more solid than the crappy little teaser trailer we got all those years ago. properly setting up, I guess, the next cycle of Xbox.
Are we presuming that's a next generation game at this point?
Well, I don't know, because I could see Xbox scrapping what plans they already had for consoles and for next generation consoles and restarting on stuff at the moment. With all the changes going on with them, like I could definitely see them heavily rebuilding what they're going to work on and what they're going to do.
I could also see them not talking about the next Elder Scrolls until Fable is actually out. You know,
I don't think it hurts Fable
genre
to
games, and
but I don't think it hurts Fable to have a more solid, like a similar trailer to what we had for, say, like The Witcher 4 last year. That is just like a more solid teaser trailer of confirmation that it is further in development. Like because at the minute for Bethesda, I don't see them touching Fallout until they're through Elder Scrolls 6. So
I was looking, and I just looked at the Wikipedia page. So in 2023, Phil Spencer said, when they were doing the whole FTC hearing stuff, and they got asked about it, he said that as part of that, he said in 2023 that the game was about 5 years away, was his estimate, which would put it at 2028. I'm not saying it's too early to show a proper teaser trailer, because quite often you see actual trailers for games several years before they come out. But
yeah,
and that's, I mean, Phil Spencer doesn't work there anymore, so who do we care?
What does he do?
What does he know? Also, I just realized this has been made.
Is that an Asher Swama move? You know, she's all about giving the fans what they want. So
that's true. Yeah, I just realized also it says it's been created in Creation Engine 3, which is a completely different engine too. It says Creation Engine 2 was used for Starfield, but then Creation Engine 1 is the engine that was used for like the past several Fallout games and Elder Scrolls 5 Special Edition and normal Skyrim and everything. So it's been done in a completely different engine as well that they haven't used before. So okay, interesting. I'm gonna go. Hideo Kojima announces Death Stranding 2 Director's Cut / DLC as part of that. Some expansion bonus thing. Because we got it for Death Stranding 1. I would expect it for Death Stranding 2. And Hideo Kojima has to make an appearance at Summer Game Fest because it's obligatory.
I don't think it is. I don't think it was there last year.
Well, obligatory doesn't mean he shows up. He obligatory fuck up.
He just has to oblige to it.
Yes. So... Ash?
We got a Dustblogs trailer and a release date for later this year. Confirmation is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Well, yeah, it's Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, right? I think that's the thing. You reckon we haven't seen that? We haven't seen that game for what feels like 18 months. You reckon they got a release date in the next trailer? Okay.
I hope so. I've got it in Fantasy Critics, so it better be.
Yeah. Okay. No,
totally see it.
Karen?
I'm going to go with Mass Effect. The new Mass Effect game gets a proper release trailer. Not a release trailer, sorry, but like like saying it's going to be next year. Like I can see them releasing a trailer and it'll say like summer 2027. Sorry, winter, autumn, wherever the fuck it is. The back half of next year.
I think it's their winter.
That's their winter,
summer, right?
Or autumn, or whatever. Yeah.
Have we seen? Was there ever an actual trailer, even a teaser trailer for that?
There was a teaser. Yes. Yes, there was. There was a teaser of an ice planet, and Liara, I think it is, lands and finds Shepard's helmet. Yeah.
Okay. It's more interesting that, like, remember back in E3, you could be like, you sort of going, well, that would be an EA showcase, that would be an Ubisoft showcase now.
Where the fuck does anything show up now?
Well, that's Summer Game Fest, I guess. Actual show. I don't think that would be an Xbox thing unless they had a marketing deal. But I'm gonna go Persona 4 Revival gets a proper trailer. Because the only thing we've seen for Persona 4 so far has been basically the little announcement thing, which was a nothing trailer, and that was, I think, 2 years ago, or at least it feels like it was 2 years ago. I could be wrong. Could have been.
No, it was last year.
Was it last year? Okay.
It was last year. Because Persona 3 Reload was 2 years
That was a couple of years
ago.
ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But either way, I'm like, it's been a while. Atlas works pretty fast, and it's a remake, not like a full-on new game. So, we'll go that. Ash?
We're going to see Jurassic Park Survival, which is the survival-based game within the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park world.
Is it?
Yeah. What a surprise!
That was a mouthful.
That was a full perfect description. So
Hey, nailed
that
it.
one's been in development for a while. I can't remember when we last heard about it. So I think
I don't remember hearing about
that
this.
could be something.
When was this announced?
December 10th.
Was this the one?
It was announced.
Was this the one?
2023.
Was this the one with the kitchen scene with the velociraptors? Like they recreated the velociraptor in the kitchen from Jurassic Park one.
I don't remember this.
Was this that one? I can't.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. Not sold. Okay. All right. Well, Kieran, what's your number? What are we up at? 4. Right?
We will get a gameplay trailer for Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet.
Yep. Seems likely.
Seems, yeah, very likely. I think at this point, I think PlayStation Semi needs it to show itself a little bit more at this point, just to keep kind of future momentum going for. I don't even know if it comes out next year. I reckon it's probably the year after, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
I'd be so. I would be. I mean, I don't want to say never, but I would be surprised if it came out. I mean, it could come
I
out.
think they
late
hope it would come out next year, just because we don't know
PlayStation
anything for
hasn't
2027 yet.
Yeah. So
That's
if
the
it
only
came
reason.
out 2027, I would be picking like that September slot for PlayStation, similar to where probably like the Wolverines like September, October sort of PlayStation release. But I would still be surprised if it came out then. But you never know. I'd be fine with it. I'm keen for a new Naughty Dog game. It's been a while. We've had many remakes and re-releases of their games.
We've replayed Last of Us enough times.
20 times at this point on different things. But
well, it's like circling back to James Bond, like playing James Bond. I'm like, fuck, this feels like Uncharted, and I've really missed the start.
Yeah,
of
well,
the
you
game.
start the game, it's like shimmying across rocks
Yeah.
and fucking like jumping across stuff. It's like, yeah. All right, I'm gonna go. Resident Evil Requiem DLC is announced. I would expect that at Summer Game Fest, but they love a DLC for a Resident Evil. Every Resident Evil has DLC of some sort. It's been out a couple months now. Time to get into the DLC. Straightforward enough. Lock it in, Eddie. Ash, what do you got?
Finally, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, the Amy Hennig Marvel game with Black Panther and Captain America, will finally get a full trailer. Release date for late this year.
They haven't cancelled that game?
I thought they
They
canceled
have not cancelled this game yet. It was meant to come out end of last year. And it got slightly delayed, and we never heard about it again. And then
Marvel 1924 was originally slated to release holiday 25, but delayed to early 2026. In November 2025, Skydance announced the game would be further delayed beyond early 2026, but with no specific release date given. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it has been a while. Fair enough. Ash, Kieran, 5.
Me 5. Let me just quickly. Which one do I want to go with? We get a joint showcase moment that begins with the Black Flag Resync, either a story trailer or a reminder trailer that is coming out in July, that then leads into a reveal about Assassin's Creed codename Hex, getting more details and setup for that game for next year.
You think that's coming out next year?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
I think
is
because Black Flag is coming out. Are they going to overlap?
I think they would, because then it's like, okay, here's the past of Assassin's Creed, and we'll lead into the future, and that'll be next year. Because I don't think people being excited about Black Flag is going to change anything about how people feel about Hex, and vice versa. I think it's showing that they're still doing stuff now to improve Black Flag. And even though I'm like, hey, what we've learned improving Black Flag and all of the other games we played on, we're now bringing that into Hex. And when this is, we're going to look towards Hex now as the future.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Hex, so I'm happy to see more. I'm down for that Witch game, the Witch era, Witch Trials. I'm going to go that I think there's some smoke to this one, so let's go with fire. That some special Halo project is announced for the Xbox 25th anniversary. So is that another remake of Combat Evolved? Is that some special re-release program? I don't know. I'm just saying some special Halo game is announced to do with Xbox's 25th anniversary.
Why would they announce another remake of Combat Evolved when one's already coming and one's already been announced?
Don't ask silly questions, you'll get silly answers. Do you know how many times we've seen different remakes and remasters of games?
Yeah, but we already know there's one coming.
Yeah. I'm just saying some special Halo project for the 25th anniversary.
Where we get to see Master Chief's dick in a video game.
Hell yeah, give it to me now. Ash, what's the next one?
They're going to finally re-reveal The Wolf Among Us 2.
Fuck!
A release window, probably slated for 2027.
See, I was seeing that as a big swing.
I feel like that's a big swing.
I would have used that as a big swing. Like, that was one of my big swing saves because I was like, there's like, that game's fucking
you have
just...
little faith.
Yeah, of course I have little faith in fucking Skin Suit Telltale.
Help them.
Get out of here.
That game's never coming out.
Probably not.
Kieran, are we up to number 5 or 6?
This will be 6. This will be 6.
Right. Yeah.
This will be 6. That one's gone then. We will get a story trailer for the new Witcher 3 DLC that they've just announced, where we'll get a story DLC for it that connects this DLC directly into the lead up for Witcher 4.
I'm going to pause on that because I forgot that happened this past week. So how did we all feel about that? Because that's such a weird thing to sort of happen. That game's like 10 years old.
I think it's cool as shit. I think it's very CG Projekt Red. I'm very excited. Not very excited, but like it's something cool to look forward to. It's coming along with another update of graphics and engine for that game to further improve it even more.
I think they also like set people's standards a bit by it. They said this is not DLC, this is an expansion. So people are obviously expecting
and like
bigger, a whole Blood and Wine type.
Blood and Wine.
Yeah, 100%, right? Like that's the thing. Blood and Wine and I can't remember the other one. Something Stone. Is it Heart of Stone? No, I can't remember. Something of Stone. Those two games were fucking like those two DLCs are huge and they come with a lot of content for the game. So that you could expect another at least 20 hours is going to be added to The Witcher 3. And it's going to be interesting to see with them, especially doing it in a way that's them. It has to be leading into Witcher 4. Like I feel like that has to be what they're doing now for it.
Put some foreshadowing. I find it very interesting that it's a different team that's coming in and like doing this expansion from my understanding.
They said co-developed by it, but let's assume that co-developed means CD Projekt Red did 20% to help with the story and stuff.
Overseeing and that kind of stuff.
Overseeing, yeah.
I just find it very interesting that the potential here, if it's very successful, like what other games could like another studio come in and like do an expansion for? Like, well, I don't know that many other 10-year-old single player games would necessarily require it, but it's a cool to think about.
No, I thought it was cool as well. Like this massive, well-loved game that you're going to get more content for years later, brand new content. No reason to be mad about that at all. It's not like the games, and it's a game that they've done updates for even a couple of years ago for the like the current generation of consoles to
that's true. They did
run better and stuff upgrade. Like that. So yeah, they did the upgrade. So You know, it's not like they're adding new content to a game that's going to feel super outdated, running at lower frame rates and visual fidelity and stuff like that. You know, might look a bit older, but it's been upgraded to feel better. So
cool. should we start playing it now so we're ready by the time the expansion comes out? Well,
that's the thing. Or do you have to wait till the I'd like to find out if the engine updates and the graphical updates, if they're going to release that pre the expansion coming out, because I would like to wait for the game to be updated to do that. Yeah.
My only worry is, and this is saying this as someone who's beaten that game twice, I still worry. I go to dive into an expansion for a game I haven't played for years. Am I just expected to remember all the controls and shit? Or I hope
this expansion needs to have a tutorial right at the start.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Refamiliarize sort of thing is what I would hope for. You know? So, either way. Mm-hmm. Right, my last one. What do I have left here? Let's go with. Oh, I'm going to go for a boring, safe one. But I saw a ratings board thing for this, so let's just assume this is the thing. Ace Combat 8 is revealed. There you go. Give me some points. I saw it was rated into
reveal it.
Oh, sorry, it gets a release
Has
date.
It already been revealed.
Sorry, gets a release date. Yeah, I think it was a Taiwanese rating board had given a rating yesterday or the day before. So let's assume that's leading to something. Release date, yeah. Ash, what's your final one?
Let me see. Let me just double check one last thing. We get Control Resident release date with the final trailer.
Sure, I'm down for that.
It'll be released Q3. Q4.
I love it how you say final trailer. We've only had one trailer for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One and done.
One and done. Yeah, there's only been one. There was only an announcement last year.
I'll say I agree with the interview that was going around with the studio head this week, where you're saying more people should have played Control and whatever else. I agree. Good sentiment. More people should. You're part of the problem, Ash.
I can't believe you haven't played Control, Ash. What the fuck? Even I've played Control.
Too scary.
It's really not.
It's only so much time.
Too creepy. Too many floating people. What are they doing floating like that? It's unnatural. What are they doing in the sky? Get down here. I don't know how gravity works. All right. Wild cards, haymakers, whatever you want to call them. What is your first one, Kieran?
We will get an announcement for Persona 6.
It's wild considering I just said they're going to be showing Persona 4.
Yeah, I know, right? That's what you said. You said it, and I'm like, yeah. The thing is, I think they could do both.
Oh, they can do both, yeah.
I think they could do both.
Back to back.
Yeah.
Trailer, yeah.
Could be some good shit.
Yeah. Would you be more excited for a new one or the remake?
I'd be more excited for a new one.
Have you played 4?
Bits and pieces. I'll play 4. Like, my plan is to play 4 when the remake comes out. But at the same time, I think there's, I love what they've done, what they did with ReFantazio and with Persona 5. That I'm excited for them in their current.
Do you want to play 5 or do you want to wait for Persona 6 Royal? The best version to play the game.
Shit, that's a problem. Shit. Yeah, fair. No. I'll be playing it as soon as it releases.
All right, my first haymaker. Nintendo announces a Nintendo Switch 2 version of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Because why can we not just keep kicking that motherfucker along, making people buy it and get to play it? They announce it, they put out a new version, it runs smoother, it runs better, it looks slightly better. Maybe they add a new character or two, something along those lines, enough to get people.
But it's
down Nintendo Switch there. Yeah, they cannot let him rest. But I think even just the visual update, frame rate better, all that sort of stuff for a fighting game, I think that's reason enough. And Nintendo love doing Switch game ports to Switch 2 and Wii game ports to Switch and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know. I feel like that's nearly. I put that in a realm between. I slightly believe it could happen, but I'm leaving it as a wild card, more of a wild swing. What's your first one, Ash?
Okay. I don't know if this is wild enough because there are rumors going around that it's a thing and there have been potential leaks.
Bloodborne remake.
Close. From Software is currently working on a pirate-themed dark fantasy action RPG, in which you go onto Lovecraftian islands and fight people. I guess
Cool.
So apparently,
seen this.
people are, there's some leaks or whatever saying that it could be revealed at Summer Game Fest. So I'm going to say that.
Okay. I haven't seen anything about that. So your sources are different to mine.
Yeah. My sources are looking for predictions and seeing that when there's one.
Fair. All right, Kieran, what's your second and final wild card? Get wild.
Getting wild. Fuck. New Sly Cooper is announced.
Okay.
That's. I already said I think PlayStation needs something like it. I don't think it'll be developed by Sucker Punch, of course, but it'd be great just to see that or another iteration of one of those early mascot franchises come back to life.
I'm down for a new Sly Cooper, especially because the last one actually ended with a teaser, a little bit of a cliffhanger for the direction of the franchise. So, who did the last one? Sanzaro or something? I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Sounds right. Yeah. All right. Final wild swing for me. I'm gonna go. Let's go with. I'll keep on the PlayStation train. PlayStation announces / teasers. I'm gonna say tease because I don't want to say full announcement. PlayStation teases a new handheld to enter the market so they can be part of the PC handheld craze. It's not a new PSP. It's a new type of handheld. But in a world where Xbox has got theirs, technically, and obviously Steam, PC, PlayStation, who used to have a handheld, is not currently in the market. And no, we're not counting the what the fuck's it called? PlayStation.
The PS Portal.
PS Portal, yeah. I was like, that thing that's
the PS Portal Plus.
PS Portal Plus, maybe. But I'm going with that. PlayStation wants in on the handheld PC market.
Even though it's crazy, stupid expensive at the moment.
It's crazy to get into any hardware at the moment.
People are buying them, though, so I guess. But also,
they're buying them now before the price goes up. And then
here's the thing. I'm like, if they tease something during the state of play for this, they could be hoping, all right, we're not going to even try and start producing units till late next year in the hope that it'll be better for price-wise by then, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just because they tease / announce it this year doesn't mean it has to come out anytime soon. So.
Side note, how do you guys feel about the Steam Deck prices going up incredibly high?
I'm so fucking glad that I bought my Steam Deck on launch. Holy shit.
This is the
also, it's like the same thing. It's like the same thing as I went and had a look this week because, as we mentioned last week about me thinking about PlayStation Pro, I looked at the price and I screamed and I put my phone back down. I went, no, not gonna. I'll look at that later, I guess, because that price is $1,400.
Yeah,
and that's insane.
They're already gone up.
Yeah, they've already gone up. End of April they went up. So
yeah,
$1,400 it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have no regrets about buying my PS5 Pro, and I have no regrets about buying my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Both of which I think, if you combine the price of which they went up, I could afford to buy another Steam Deck.
Yep.
So. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Final wild swing for you, Ash.
I got some wild swings on this list, but I'm going to go with one close to my heart. Someone has finally gotten the rights to Sleeping Dogs, and they're going to remake the game. Ruff, 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 ruff. Yes.
Sorry, I felt like that was a necessary thing to do for some reason.
Doesn't make sense because they're actually asleep, so they wouldn't bark.
Yeah,
dogs don't bark when they're asleep.
But they're awake. So the following title is going to be actually like Waking Dogs.
Wake the fuck up, dog.
Just sleepy.
Comma, dog.
They're awake.
Wake the fuck up, comma, dog. Exclamation point.
Yeah.
I never played Sleeping Dogs, so
It's a good game. You should still go back and play it.
I'm good.
You'll never have the time.
I'll
But
never have time. Let's be real.
you'll never have the time. But
I
that game is...
it'd be difficult to because it's on PS3. So
Yeah, PS3 is
No,
very
you
hard
would just
to.
go back on... You just get it on PC.
Oh, it's on PC. Yeah, true.
oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Good point. Good point. I wonder if I even own that. Let's just have a quick look to see if that's like some random game that I got in a package or
in,
some
like,
shit.
some giveaway or something.
Yeah. No, I don't. So it's fine. I
$4
can't say
right now.
that I haven't played it, and I can't say that I own it. $4.04. Holy fuckaroni. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm not buying that because I won't play it. As cheap as that is. Kieran's like, I'm in. By the way, did everyone love my meme I posted yesterday on the Explosion Network account? Jumped in.
I
on
did
the
see that.
Taron
I did see
Egerton.
that. I did see, and I was like, "What are we doing?"
Sometimes I'm like, I think of a funny thing. I'm scrolling through. I see the popular memes. I'm like, I can get on the memes every now and then when I think of something funny.
What are we doing here? Because I remember looking at it, and being like watching it and be like, "Why is this coming on my feed?" And I'm like, "Wait, it's coming from the Explosion Network." The fuck?
Sometimes I can be hip. I can be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And get in on the memes, bro. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of the predictions. Stay tuned to find out, of course, next week when Summer Games Fest is on, to find out who emerges victorious. Kieran, did you have any leftover that you hadn't used that you wanted?
I did not. No.
Ash, did you have any?
Yes. So, what? Final Fantasy VII
Go
Remake
for it.
Part 3. Oh, Part 7 Part 3. Final Fantasy VIII Remake. Kingdom Hearts 4. The lights go
These Wild
down.
Swings or?
No, the lights go down, and just the word Splinter Cell comes up because they're boring. Max,
Every year. The one year you don't pick it though.
That's why I left on
Yeah,
my.
that's-
I actually
that's-
looked at it. I went, "Nah, I'm gonna hold off hope." You know.
The 1 year it doesn't happen. It actually
Max
happened,
Payne 1 and 2 remake trailer. Another Divinity teaser. The critical role.
I
game
looked
for
at
Bangkok.
Divinity and went,
It's too soon.
I think that's too early. I think the critical role goes too early, and I almost think they're gonna let Divinity chill the fuck out because it was only 6 months ago, and not even that we even got the opening trailer for that, and that was a whole bunch of emotional and mental scarring for people.
Far Cry 7.
These sort of.
New Rainbow Six game. Motive's Iron Man game. Bioshock 3. Judas. Injustice 3. Someone is now making the Knights of the Old Republic remake. Somebody new. And then these were the other big
Oh my
swings I
God.
had.
Fate of the Old Republic should have been in the prediction somewhere.
Again, that tease was like pretty recent as well. A new Simpsons game in the vein of Hit and Run. A Godzilla game. Rick and Morty game. And then,
I don't know, Rick.
Midnight Suns 2 and XCOM 3. That's what.
Well, I think they do one or the other. I don't think both is. Like
Yeah,
it's
I feel
either
like it will
XCOM
be one
or
or the other.
Midnight. Yeah.
I had down in my shortlist, the first one I had down was Fable gets a release date prior to recent news. So I scrubbed that pretty quickly from when I did this the other day.
I mean, it
then
still
what
could
had
get a
nice-
release date. It's just
True. Yeah. And then what else? Stranger Than Heaven gets a release date. OD gets a proper trailer. GTA 6 gets a big trailer as part of Summer Game Fest show. And then I had Star Wars Jedi 3 is revealed. And then the wild swings I hadn't used were Half-Life 3 teaser trailer with no details other than it exists. A new Batman game is announced from Warner Brothers. We're not sure if it's part of the Arkham universe or not, but excited.
After all these years, a Half-Life 3 teaser trailer would be that'd be the worst. That'd be like the equivalent of somebody calling for a purge. Like gamers everywhere would be losing their fucking minds if
it's nothing. It
15
just
second
walks out and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Or it's just a
You
15-second
don't know
fucking trailer.
if it's a new game or it's just a remake. Or
Yeah,
what.
that'd be fucking right. New Zealand would be on fire with gamers flying in hunting for fucking Gabe Newell.
Yeah. Then what was I? Oh, GTA 6 multiplayer beta is announced for either right now or within a month of the SGF.
I would like for them not to mention multiplayer for a while and not do what they did with GTA 5 because that multiplayer announcement and everything was just a fucking shit show.
And yet it's going to be a big part.
I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago.
It was like they announced the release day for it, and then it came out half baked, and it wasn't very good, and there wasn't much for people to do in it. And then it took, as with all of these kind of things, it took like fucking 6 iterations before it found its
I feel
footing.
like it should be easier now. They just take what they've got in GTA 5 and move it to GTA 6, whereas they were building it for the first time in GTA 5.
I wish it was that easy. And then the final one I had was Banjo and Kazooie gets a new game announcement.
Oh,
no chance. Xbox.
No chance. You put that at 0?
I'm going to put that at 0.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah. So that's it for all of our predictions. Expecting, I think, a semi-interesting year. We're sort of approaching the end of this. And I say approaching, even though we've still got at least several, probably 3-4 years left of the console life cycle, if I was to be guessing. But we are now approaching the later quarter, the last quarter, I think, of the console life cycle, which does mean we get to a stage where we get a lot of interesting games usually announced and released during the last end of a console life cycle. That's just the way they work. So it's an exciting time. Obviously, we've got a state of play happening where they're showing it in a theater, so they make a bigger deal out of that on Wednesday. That's happening, so that's exciting there. And then obviously we've got Summer Game Fest at 6 a.m. on Saturday morning, and then the Xbox showcase is 3 a.m. the following Monday. So as always, exciting time, lots of game trailers to check out, lots of things we'll be talking about in the coming weeks as more stuff happens, and then James Bond as well.
Dylan, is there a particular place that our lucky listeners would have to go to if they're thinking, wonder what's been happening in SGF this week? Is there a place that they could go to find out all the details in one convenient location?
I would head to explosionnetwork.com.
Damn.
Thank you very much for listening. You should head to explosionnetwork.com every day of the week. If you want to have the website open on your work computer and just like reload it every couple seconds and stuff like
just
that.
Have an auto refresh.
Just have an auto refresh.
Click around the page a little bit.
Click around the pages to go to different pages. So, like it shows you clicking around. That would be good. I'd appreciate that. That'd be nice. You can follow our social media, explosionnetwork.com/follow, support the show, explosionnetwork.com/support, and all the stuff. But yes, check out explosionnetwork.com for all the other articles, reviews, news, and you can find the rest of our podcasts over there. And we'll be back next week talking about Summer Game Fest. Until then, have a good one.